Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Simple Diversion. I am Graham.
My name is Rob, of course.
And we are doing a cigar video, something we haven't done in quite some time. Today we're going to be smoking the T52 from Drew Estate.
Yes.
Rob, you just picked up a few of them.
I did.
At your local store?
I went to a store up north about 40 minutes from where I'm at and stopped there. I think you know the place. Yep, right there on the side of the highway there. We were looking for something for Father's Day. Weren't able to smoke it, so here I am reviewing it.
Do you mind? You got 3 of them, right?
I did.
Do you mind if I ask how much you paid for each of them?
About $13.
That's actually not bad. I have the Bellicoso size, and this is going to be 6 inches by a 52 ring gauge, and I believe Rob has the Corona size, which I think everything's the same except for the head.
Yeah. You got the little point on yours, and
yep. These were made after Drew Estate came out with their Liga number 9, and these are supposed to be like that, but like on steroids. So it's gonna be really full body. What made you pick out this cigar? What made you what caught your eye about it?
It's Drew Estate, and it was I've always heard a lot about the T52s, and they were kind of just right there. They didn't have any Oliva V Milanio, which is my favorite, and so I was just kind of looking at Drew Estate, saw the number 9s.
Yeah.
They had a couple of them, and just decided to pick up the T52s. They're about the same price, and yeah, I've had more number 9s, so I don't want to get something different in my humidor. So
I've actually had 3 T52s in my humidor for like 2 or 3 years, but this is the first time that I'm smoking one. So it's a first for both of us.
Yeah.
We both had the Liga number 9s, and those are amazing. They're, both cigars, this and the number 9, are going to be rare. Yes. And Drew Estate hand-picks their rollers to roll those cigars and these cigars, so only their best rollers roll these, so you're always getting superior quality.
Yeah.
And really awesome cigar.
Well, down to where I'm not going to have that argument with you. I was going to say it looks like actual handwriting, but it's printed. Go back to our Belvin 21 year, you'll get it.
So the wrapper is going to be like this oily, and it reminds me of like a dark chocolate wrapper, which obviously gets me in that cigar mood where it's tasty, and
I call it the Wonka stick.
Yeah, it looks like a bar of chocolate. It's kind of got some grit to it. It's kind of toothy.
Yeah, it is.
And
really through the veins there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's veiny, and it's really, really nice constructed cigar.
Yeah, and I love the label. I like labels like this, like the number 9 and the T52, where it almost looks handwritten, almost, and it might be. Is that 705 handwritten? Or is it all printed? I
have 706.
There it is. Oh, yeah, and you got a different handwriting, too.
Yeah, mine's in blue.
Yeah, so who knows? Yeah, and I noticed while I was lighting it up, and even still now, that it's very smoky, which I actually kind of like.
Oh, yeah. So if anybody isn't too familiar with Drew Estate's one of my favorite cigar brands.
Yeah.
And I know it's one of Rob's too. They are known for almost being like an incense. You can just let it sit there, and it's just going to keep churning out smoke, and it'll just keep going. So
if it burns out, you got a problem. I didn't bring the bottle out, but I am drinking some Elijah Craig.
Okay.
To match it.
And I'm drinking water for now, but then I'm going to switch to probably a little bit of Whistle Pig.
Nice.
So obviously we lit ours already and whatnot, but before the pre-lit, smelling the foot is one of my favorite cigar flavors or smells, and it's like a sweet kind of barnyard aroma.
Yeah.
And really enticing.
It literally is barnyard.
It's weird because
when we say barnyard, we mean barnyard.
Yeah, and I don't go to it like a farm and be like, oh my God, that smells so good. But like when you smell the cigar, it's really attractive.
And I found too, my favorite cigars, the more barnyard smell they have, the better they taste.
Yep.
my opinion. Even if it smells like manure, it really tastes good.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know if you can tell here too, but so far the ash is really white. How is yours?
Yep, really white. A little uneven, but that's probably the way I lit it. I said I was afraid when I was doing this that the ash would drop right on my new keyboard here. Nice slow burn.
Yeah, and we're not too far into it, but I'd say it's got a short finish, but I've heard that the further down you go, it's going to get longer. The smoke is going to be, like Rob said, a slow burn. It's going to be a slow smoke. I'm a little leery on how strong it's going to be.
I know. Yeah, just lighting it, I was like, ooh. Then again, we're not smoking as much as we used to either.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe once a week if we're lucky.
Yeah, during quarantine though, I was smoking every week that I was cutting the grass, and we've been having cigars with buddies on FaceTime
right.
Week. So I've actually maybe had 0 to 2 a week.
Okay. Yeah, 0 to 2. Love it.
There's a few weeks, when it's nothing, but then there's a few, and we're definitely having at least 2.
I wonder what the 705, 706 mean. I wonder if that's like the batch of leaves or how they do that.
That's a good question. If anybody out there knows what it means, then let us know in the comments.
I mean, obviously on, whiskey and all that, it's really easy. Well, just the barrel number and blah, blah, blah. But, with cigars,
well, because there's only 24 in a box, so.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know exactly what the number represents.
Yeah, I mean, when I was first lighting it, I was getting a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
A little bit of chocolate. I know you're supposed to taste some chocolate. Some of that mocha flavor.
Mm-hmm. For me, I think it's definitely getting the pepper, maybe a little bit of the spice, and then like a dry kind of earth to it. I have heard that you're supposed to get leather as well, but I've never been really great at picking up like a leathery.
Yeah, I don't eat leather. But I get it. I mean, your smell, your nose goes
the
with
senses. Yep.
Yeah, I get it. Which is
I don't eat earth either, so
that's why when people say it tastes like shit, you don't have to actually taste it.
We talked about what the wrapper kind of looked like and how it felt, but we didn't talk about where it was from. And It's going to be a Habano, Connecticut, sun-grown Honduras wrapper. So the binder is going to be from Brazil. The filler is going to be Honduran and Nicaraguan.
Man, you got to think about how much work they put into roll these things. All different parts of the world to
it's an art.
One stick,
Yeah, and it's so dependent on weather too. Like you need the sun, you need the rain, obviously, and you need good climate. So they depend on a lot of that too for their livelihood.
That's why I love whiskey and cigars. They put so much work into it.
Yep. Another really cool fact about the T52s is once it's rolled, and probably before it has the band on, but once it's rolled, they let it sit for a full year to age so that the flavors are even more abundant in the cigar. So that's pretty cool too, because
that is cool.
That's in addition to the normal aging of the the tobacco.
Yeah, it's got a strong ash to it too. I just try to tap it off and it's staying put, which I like. I don't like it when it's a cheap cigar and it just keeps falling on you and you're like, what the heck?
It really blows me away that they let it sit for another whole year after they roll it. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I haven't dug in my humidor, I've opened the door and grabbed a cigar, but I haven't looked at anything for a while. And I started digging for my T52s to do this video, and I'm seeing mold in my winador.
And here you think that everything's okay, everything's safe, because you have it so well taken care of, and
I have 65% packs in there, so it's not 70, but so I had probably a total of 10 cigars with mold on the outside, the white mold, powdery, or the fluffy stuff. Then I had 3 on the foot of the cigar. One was a Liga Privada No. 9, and then the other 2 were I can't remember what the cigar is called. It's like got a purple and black band with a moon on it. Let me know if you know what it is. Haven't even smoked one yet, but I could have made a big sin here, but I really didn't want to throw them out because they're expensive cigars. So I cut the foot off to see how far the mold went up, and I just cut just a little bit off, and there was no mold, so I put them back in. I'm going to keep them.
I mean, a lot of people might think that that's wrong to do, but what are you going to do? Just throw it out anyways?
Yeah.
So really, you just,
smoke mold.
Practice some surgery there, and you smoke it.
But talking about price and expensive cigars, you mentioned how much they are, or how much you found them for, about 13.
About 13 something, yeah.
I believe number 9s go for like 15, 16. And on Cigars International, you can find a box of 24 of the Bellicoso size for like $355. It's definitely thick. It's a thick smoke. I feel like it's really dry.
It is dry.
It's not as spicy anymore. It's more of like a dry earth still for me. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of leather if I'm thinking, like, if I'm really trying to pinpoint it.
You saying earth, I'm getting that. It's been dry for me for a while, but dry earth.
Really pleasant though. I do like.
I'm still getting a little bit of spice though.
Okay.
The pairing with the Elijah Craig is pretty good.
Gotta get me some Elijah Craig again.
Yeah, it's good for $25.
I don't think I've had it for a few years.
Yeah.
I feel like the flavor is more of like a medium to full, and then the strength is full. It's ramped. It is. It's starting to kind of ramp up the further we go in.
Right. I've never gotten sick off of a cigar.
Really?
Really. I felt sick. I felt like crap, but I've never actually thrown up from one. Yet. Remember, a buddy of ours puked on the side of my parents' house. Yeah. See if he's watching.
He shall be named, and it was Chad.
It was Chad.
I think with a cigar like this, you almost need to eat right before you smoke it.
Yeah, big old steak.
Yeah, because I ate a couple hours ago, so
yeah.
I feel like this has got to be like a dessert to a meal. So I feel like this one would be one that's dangerous because the flavors seem kind of, mellow. It's I think the spice and the peppers died down a bit, and then there's that earth, possibly some leather. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting a whole lot of coffee or mocha or anything at this point, but I feel like it's misleading because the strength is going to be just overpowering us pretty quick.
Yeah.
And again, we're about halfway through, so it could change again too.
Yeah.
As we get down further.
I will say this is not for a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are looking for cigars to get, I would not go for this one.
My cigar is going to be like a full flavor, but like only a medium body. I don't like to get the rush of nicotine or anything like that. My favorite too, I like the peppery, the woody flavors. Typically earth isn't going to be my favorite, but pepper and wood and bread, those are the ones that I really like. Chocolate.
That's why I love the Oliva V so much.
So Rob, what do you think about the cigar since you purchased it and it's your first time with it?
I do like it. It's definitely for the more mature cigar handlers or the cigar smokers. I'd probably give it, if we did like 1 to 5 score, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. For strength and depending on what you're wanting to smoke at that time. Mm-hmm. Strength, the appearance, everything about it, the slow burn. It's burning really good too. It's pretty even. Yeah, overall, you got to give it a 4 out of 5. It's Drew Estate. I like it. I'd buy it again. I don't think I'd buy a pack of 24.
Yeah.
We'll see them at my local store. I'll buy a couple every now and then.
Yeah, I agree. Not going to be one that I'm going to buy a whole box of, but it's definitely a good change of pace. And I think a really good cigar. Really great quality by Drew Estate, as always. All right, guys. Well, this was the Liga Privada T52 by Drew Estate. And she is still smoking strong. We're going to finish this up. Thank you for joining us and checking out the cigar with us.
Well, just make sure to like and subscribe, and find us on Instagram. And we do have a Facebook group that you can join us on and post your own photos and all that good stuff. Let the community know what you're smoking, what you're drinking, having a good time during this crazy year, this crazy summer, and how you're kind of keeping yourself away from it all.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, stay smoky and stay safe.
Yes, and we will see you soon.
See you soon.